Ora, ora! This is how fast food udon noodles are made in Japan. So a lot of you commented that you wanted another made in Japan video. Well, here it is. This time I'm in front of Marugame Seimen. Today I'm gonna take you inside behind the counter and show you how this fast food noodle shop truly earns the title Made in Japan. But before I start, if you guys want to see what I'm doing on the daily, check out my Instagram account. If you guys want to help support the channel, check out the Japan merch. And if you have any questions about Japan or your Japan travels, check out my Discord community. Alright, let's start from the beginning. Marugame Seimen is a popular self-service fast food udon chain in Japan, with more than 850 stores throughout, most known for their Sanuki-style udon since 2000. You may think a fast food chain not to be a worthy candidate for a Made in Japan video, but hold on to your chopsticks because you've probably never seen how fast food noodles are made in Japan. Alright, so I'm in, but before I go into the kitchen, I'm gonna need a chain, so let's do that right now. Alright, there we go, let's do this. So I'm just in front of the counter here. I'm about to take you behind, but look at this. This is where it all starts. This is where all the magic happens. Let's go see what goes on.
Bajinkas, thank you for the 100 bits.
First things first, let's go check out their udon noodles. It's probably fair to assume that their noodles are made and shipped from a central kitchen or factory, but this chain makes their noodles from scratch every day in store so that they can serve the freshest noodles possible. First, their staff fixes the raw ingredients. Oh, she's checking the temperature of the salt and water. The ingredients for udon are simple: flour, salt, and water. But since ingredients are so simple, the condition of the ingredients have to be absolutely perfect and the measurements precise in order to produce the same quality of noodles each and every time. Now she carefully mixes the water and salt, making sure to dissolve every grain. Next, she pours the salted water into the mixer, carefully taking into account every drop of water and speck of flour. Udon is such a sensitive food that a small discrepancy in the measurements can result in a huge difference in quality, consistency, and flavor, so the staff must keep the difference under 0.1 grams. Finally, the dough is inspected by hand. The weather does play a role in the preparation process, so the staff must be skilled enough to make adjustments accordingly. In fact, the shop even have specialized staff known as Menshokunin, aka Udon Master. There are only 245 company licensed noodle masters out of 20,000 workers nationwide. Now, the finished dough gets placed into an aging container to rest overnight. Then, the kneading process begins. Aged dough from the previous day is kneaded by these machines. This dough is called zabuton, which is the same word for a flat Japanese seat cushion. Kneading dough by machine looks easy and straightforward, but apparently if the dough isn't kneaded equally from every direction, the dough structure breaks down and loses its texture, which is again why this process is performed by a skilled artisan. I don't know about you, but despite being at fast food, it's crazy to see how all of it is done by hand. Excuse me, can I ask you a question?
Hi.
How much udon do you make in a day?
あちらに小麦粉があるんですけど、10袋以上作ってます。
What's the most difficult thing about making udon?
やっぱ毎日お店で製麺しているので、常に美味しいうどんをするために一つ一つ丁寧な作業をしなければいけないということと、あとは来店数を予測して常に茹でたてのうどんを提供するということです。
What's your favorite udon at the shop?
釜揚げうどんです。
What do you think is the key to making delicious udon?
うどんに対する愛情ですね。それと同時に小麦粉と塩と水を使うので、その分量をきっちり使い切ることです。
After the dough is adequately kneaded, it's promptly placed into the cutter to produce these beautiful strands of udon, and then quickly dipped into a boiling tank of water. The noodle master ensures that the surface of the noodles are first cooked and then stirs them so they are cooked evenly. This helps create a difference in water retention between the surface of the noodle and inside of it, producing a bouncy texture with a strong body. Who knew that there'd be so much beauty in this noodle science? This is probably my favorite part, seeing all the food get fried.
What the hell?
And just like the noodles, it's made all by hand, and not just 4 or 5 kinds. Look at all of these fried pieces of joy. This is their top-selling tempura, kashiwatan, which is a juicy chicken breast tempura, and the secret to this hitter is careful preparation. The chicken is pre-soaked and treated to remove any traces of blood before it's added to their shop's secret marinade, which locks in the chicken's moisture and umami.
What's the secret?
What's that?
次のを揚げるのにこう仕切りを作ってるとこれが混ざらない。
Oh, and as they fry the tempura, the tenkatsu udon topping is also made. Let's find out a little bit more about my favorite section in this whole place. Excuse me, can I ask you a question?
はい、
What's the secret of the shop's delicious tempura?
ほとんど同じに全て店内で仕込み揚げたてでお客さんに提供するです。
Do you have any recommended combinations of tempura and udon?
おすすめはかけうどんにかき揚げを混ぜ合わせです。
This shop offers 8 basic tempura items like vegetable kakiage, squid, and sweet potato. And then on top of that, 3 to 5 seasonal items, all freshly fried throughout the day and always ready to go before the store opens. This just looks so good. Let's have a moment of silence and enjoy this fried loveliness. Before we continue on, I want to give a quick shout out to our regular sponsor, Books. Onigiri are looking so fresh. At this store, they make about 100 onigiri a day. The shop uses 100% made in Japan rice and topped off with the filling used to help customers know what's inside. Excuse me, can I ask you a question? Do you have any special techniques when making onigiri?
作るときは力を入れないで優しく形を整えるようにしてます。食べたときに口の中でほろほろと崩れて米と具材が口の中いっぱいに広がるようにするためです。
Then, the onigiri is wrapped one by one and placed on the display. And of course, dashi is made in-store as well, more than 6 times a day. Their dashi recipe has remained unchanged since the store's opening, made from kombu, or in English, kelp, and several types of dried fish. Excuse me, can I ask you a question?
はい。
What's so different about this dashi?
ソーダ節やサバ節など厳選された素材を使って、手作り出来たてを追求しているのがこだわりです。1回作るのに1時間以上はかかるんですが、2時間以上の作り置きはしません。なのでいつ来ても豊かで美味しい出汁が召し上がりいただけます。
And what's the key to making delicious dashi?
火加減が一番重要ですね。沸きすぎても、香りが飛んでしまいますし、温度が低すぎても旨味がなかなか出ないし。
Finally, the dashi is mixed with a special sweet sauce mix called kaeshi to complete the umami-infused creation.
I want now. I want udon.
So right before the store opens, all the staff gather for a quick morning meeting called chore to discuss any company-related matters. Oh, and that's the men shokunin. I guess she's the store manager here.
Hey.
Now all the food is prepared and the store is ready for customers. And just in case you didn't know how a fast food noodle shop works in Japan, let me try to show you. Okay, let's see if we can follow this lady as she orders. So first things first, she selects the type of udon she wants, as there are many.
You hold it by hand?
The staff then quickly prepare her bowl with their freshly made noodles.
じゃあかけうどんです。
After receiving it, she has the option to pick any of the side dishes like the tempura or the onigiri. Oh, it looks like she ordered the kake udon, and this shop, she gets to pour the dashi on her own.
Really?
Finally, if she wants, she can gather
Oh
any
my
of the.
god. Oh, I want to go here. Do you know why? Less human interaction. I don't have to talk. Less awkwardness. I just order whatever I want. Pay for it. Oh my god. This is convenient. I don't have to talk to people.
The free toppings, green onions, tenkatsu, or ginger, and then she's all set to find a table. So we're gonna end it here.
Unlike Euriece, they wash their hands. Guys, I wash my hands. Listen here, okay? Okay? Kite. Kite. Kite, kono yaro. Ore no te. I forgot how to say. I don't know how to say clean. How do you say clean? Nante, clean. Wait, kirei is beautiful. Wait, it's the same thing? Kirei and clean is the same? Ore no te kirei.
I hope you guys like this made in Japan video. If you did, help me out and hit that like button. If you guys want to see more videos like this or anything related to Japan, hit that subscribe button and the bell button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. That's some pretty good yakitori. I really like the sauce. You can taste the garlic bits. The saseri in itself is like kind of like a fatty piece of chicken, and it's
Guys,
like the neck part.
What's aji fry? Aji fry.
Alright, so a lot of the juices like kind of hold really well. This one is like a little like fattier, as you can see. Like the umami is intense in this one. So when you have a bite, it's still like a little tender, and then you get like a little chewy texture.
どれからいこうかな。あ、いい匂い。Like a nice garlicky smell. いただきます。Oh, this is good. It's nice and juicy. You don't really taste so.
Bro. No. Maso. 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 I want it.
So much for the charcoal, which is actually really good. Because a lot of yakitori place has like really strong charcoal smell. Since we're doing a street food today, we're like standing out here and getting just only yakitori. But you can actually go inside. They actually have like a little plates, like karaage and veggie dishes for like 200-300 yen, which is really reasonable, I think.
Wait, what's Sunomono? You guys are so healthy, man. What is this healthy food, bro?
Holy crap!
Look how big this onigiri is. It's as big as my head. Number 9. Thickest matcha gelato from Suzuki-en. Suzuki-en is an old school matcha store, and they've done a collaboration with Nanaya, and they make the thickest green tea gelato in this world. At least that's what they say. But don't worry, they also have level 1, which is actually one of my favorites. Let's go inside and check it out. A green tea brand, Suzuki-en, has been in the game since 1848, and collab partner Nanaya is a matcha sweet factory in Shizuoka. To create the thickest matcha gelato, they use a premium green tea from North Shizuoka because using low-grade green tea creates a taste too bitter and strong. Alright guys, check it out. We have 2 different flavors. We have number 1, which is like not strong, and then this is supposed to be the strongest one, which is like level 7. Alright, so we're gonna start with the lightest version. It looks so good. Oh, definitely can taste the matcha flavor. It's actually not as strong as just your regular matcha. It's not that strong, it's really light. I don't really like strong matcha flavors. For me, this is kind of like what I prefer as opposed to having something really strong and like a bitter matcha. But let's check out the strong number 7. But look at the crazy texture in there. It's like they just pack as much matcha as they can in this little gelato. Look how green that is. Amazing. Wow, that is a matcha shot. Super strong and bitter.
Okay, let me just try the thickest one, the level 7. Itadakimasu. You know, like when you drink the green tea, it's like the very last drip of tea with that thick, bitter drip is like this. Oh god, premium version of that. But I would definitely just try this one.
Like when I ordered the cup, like you initially think that this is like some sort of pottery, but it's actually plastic. Man, look around at all of these shops. They're all closed, and it's crazy because I didn't realize it's Tuesday, and on Tuesday, this shoten
Guys, are you stupid? It says bitter, man. Urusai.
guy is all closed. Well, like, not everything is closed, but most of the stores just like, look at that, it's all closed behind me. I really hope the place we're going to is open right now. And it's open! Number 8, Fruit Parfait from Fruit Parlor Goto. Despite the modern
mods. Time out, people that's joking about it. Time them out. 10 minutes.
of the shop, it's been in business since 1946. It started as a fruit store, and they later became a fruits parlor in the 60s. You can still purchase fruits here if you want, but the main attraction is the perfectly designed parfaits that are more than Instagram worthy. Check it out, I got the strawberry parfait and it even comes with a raspberry on top. You can see that the strawberries right there, ice cream, and then it has strawberry ice cream, and then you have whipped cream on top with fresh strawberries. Strawberries itself, they're from Yamagata. Brand is called Summer Tierra. With a little bit of whipped cream.
What is that ominous music?
So the strawberry itself is really nice because it's sweet, but it also has like this nice tarty appeal. It wakes up your mouth. You're like, ooh, like you're expecting just like a sweet like mellow thing, but there's like a hint of tartness. Let's dig into this. Oh, look at that beautifulness. I just love how fresh the fruit is, and it goes so well with the strawberry and vanilla ice cream.
Oh, there's like a strawberry sauce or jelly on the bottom. Let me see. Let's get that. Yeah. It's not too sweet. It's like a perfect sweetness. It's like a sauce that masks the strawberry and like minus the sweetness a little bit, but only like has strawberries good taste or flavor inside. This is awesome.
Oh hey, what is that, Michael? Looks like a hotel. Number 7, Dango from Momotaro. Momotaro is an unseeming dango shop that most tourists pass by, but their simple but refined menu speaks for itself.
That looks so good.
甘いお餅、お団子の種、だからご飯の米、餅はもち米、甘いやつがいい。じゃなきゃ醤油味か、こう下の三角が塩味。はい。すいません。はい。ありがとうございました。
Look at that, I got yaki dango. This shop has actually been around since 1871. There's actually a picture of the shop from 1871 right at the front display. Man, you feel like you're having like a bite of history right now. What's really popular is kiwi dango, and you've probably seen it in my other Asakusa video, but I wanted to show you guys something a little bit different, something savory instead of sweet. You can smell that it's been grilled. You can definitely taste like the barbecue grilled flavor. It's actually still really chewy, but the texture itself is very mochi-like. It's very like sticky, like I feel like I'm just like it's all grabbing to the inside of my mouth. So it's actually a lot more salty than I was anticipating. I like a sweeter mochi that just like really melts, and they do have a lot of like sweeter stuff here, so definitely worth trying that. But if you want to try something different, then try the yakidango.
Oh, it smells so good. It's like, if you guys know what mitarashi dango is, it's kind of like the similar smell, but like it's like a little drier version. Alright, itadakimasu. Oh, kovaaks. Yeah, if you really like salty dango, this is definitely it. It's kind of like a chewier version of like shoyu rice crackers. That's so good.
Number 6, karaage from Yukari. Oh yeah! Yukari is my fried chicken spot in Asakusa. It's juicy, it's savory, and you can't get it anywhere else. Well, maybe it's somewhere else, but it's just so good, and I wanted to share it with you guys. And they just introduced a spicy karaage, and it's super spicy and delicious. Look, I got some fried chicken. I just love fried chicken. Sorry, I know some of you guys are vegan or don't really like fried chicken, but I had to share my top 10, and I love fried chicken. So this is the juicy momo. Look, you can just like feel the crunch. are so delicious. The meat juice is right in there. Look at how good that looks. And it's just so buttery soft. But still, the outer shell is so super crunchy. And then, look at that. You can see like the red chili bits in there. A lot redder than normal. And you can see the salt crystals that are on it too. Ready for this? It has a nice kick to it. I love it. It's like someone just turned up the level, like turned up the volume and just said, let's party in Paolo's mouth. This has so much flavor. The chili peppers just like kick in. And look, I'm starting to sweat. Maybe that's just because it's hot outside. But definitely if you're looking for some spicy fried chicken, this is the spot. Sorry, it's so good. I'm just got a second one. Number 5, onigiri from Yadoroku. When you go inside, it looks so old school and I just love it. And the owner is super friendly and helpful. And what's nice about the shop is they actually have seating inside. Let's enjoy some onigiri in the air conditioning. Did you know the oldest onigiri shop in Tokyo was hidden just behind Sensoji? Their onigiri are made with selected rice from across Japan, best suited for each season, wrapped with edomae seaweed, famous for its rich flavor. Wow, look how fresh that looks. You can smell the nori. Look how nicely it's been presented. このが入ってますかね。なぜですか？
海苔はね、乾燥してた方が風味がいいんですよ。乾燥してる部分を増やした方が美味しくなるんです。
Oh, and the rice is still warm. You can like feel it. I like how like the onigiri is just like the nori is still like sticking out. It's like not wrapped up fully. And you could even see inside, look, the salmon roe. It's so fluffy, it's like eating heaven right now. It's like one of the freshest onigiris I've ever had. You can still see the juices right there. The rice is good and I just love how it's been marinated so nicely. It's like brings out all of the flavors. It's so good. Oh, and Maiko got her shiso pickles. Damn, I still can't get it right. And just around the corner from Yadoroku, you'll find this cute little taiyaki shop. Number 4, Tenen Taiyaki from Sharaku. They got here before we did. Tenen means natural. Yeah, you might be thinking, what the hell does that mean? Actually, it's just the way Japanese call this type of taiyaki, made with an individual cast iron press, where most places these days use large iron griddles. It requires a skilled artist to create tenen taiyaki, but the results are a crispy and addictive Japanese snack.
これをこうやって疲れてるんですね。これとこれで温度見るで低いとダメ。高いと焦げちゃう。
Check out that taiyaki. There's so many different taiyaki places in Asakusa, but this place has the crispiest ones. If you ever had a waffle cone, it smells like that. Look at that. That's good. And the outer shell is really crispy. The beans are still like pretty whole, which is nice. I actually prefer this than like having it like really mashed up. And I enjoy the texture of having like the actual bean itself. You know, usually, like I said, you guys already know I'm not a wagashi person, but this place has a pretty good taiyaki.
So girls are supposed to eat from the tail, so I'm getting this side. Itadakimasu.
Wait. Huh? What? What do you mean? What do you mean, like... Girls are supposed to eat from the gills side. What does that mean?
Kari kari de oishii. It's like, it's super crispy on the side. Like, can you see like a little bit burnt? I don't usually like taiyaki because a lot of them were like fluffy and like a bread like, but this is almost like, how do you say, like a thin crusted waffle? Oh, it's so good. I can't eat anymore.
But I'm still Genki. Number 3, Menchi Katsu from Asakusa Menchi. Menchi Katsu mo atsui. Oh, Menchi Katsu. Fresh off the fryer. Now, Maiko doesn't like us so much because she thinks it's too oily, but I just love coming to this place. You can see the juices and look how just juicy that is. And it's still
so
hot. My hand
loud.
is almost burning. fried to perfection. It's just so flavorful. It's actually probably a lot sweeter than you would expect from a mechikatsu. I think the onions really bring out the sweetness. But man, look at just how juicy this meat is. Number 2, Nikumon from Sekine. This shop behind me has one of my favorite Nikumons in all of Tokyo. The bread is fantastic, but the meat is even juicier. I just love it. It's like, look how close people are like coming behind me. Nikumon, look at this Nikumon, it's so hot. I actually almost burnt my hand when she gave it to me. She's like, no, don't touch it at the bottom because it's so hot. And she made me hold it like this because it was so hot to touch this thing here.
Man is so
hot,
good.
But I'm excited to open it anyway. Oh. Wow, you can just see all the meat juices right there. It's so moist. It just coated the bread. Oh, that looks so good. That's your piece. Like this has all the meat. I gave her like that piece. Don't worry. I'll share it. Oh, it's still so hot, but oh well. Oh,
Not life-changing.
that's a good Nikumon. The flavor it just pops. It's so juicy and tender. The meat is just so delicious and moist. Like it's very savory, but you do get a little bit of sweetness. But the meat itself, it's on point. It's a good combination of savory and sweet. The bun itself, it's not too heavy. It's quite fluffy, but also it's not like too airy. So you do feel like you're getting a full meal. I really love this Nikumon.
Okay, so I actually had this before, and it's really good. I already know that, but itadakimasu. Mochi mochi. Right after you take a bite, it already tastes good. The bread is so thick, you might think it's really heavy, but it's actually pretty light. It's like, hua hua na oishii.
And number 1, pancakes from Benitsuru. So I just got a reservation. So this shop behind me makes homemade pancakes, and they're one of a kind of fluffy pancakes are so good. So if you want to eat at the spot, you actually have to make a reservation. They only take same-day reservations, and the way to do it is you'll have to come here and they'll tell you which is the next available slot. In order to make that reservation, you're gonna need to deposit 2,000 yen, so be prepared. All right, we'll come back in a few hours and have some fluffy pancakes. So Benitsuru just opened last year, but they've quickly made a name for themselves. This shop used to be called Flamingo, but the former owner's children created this new shop, Benitsuru, which means red crane. You see the connection? A lot of the time, seats are filled from the morning reservation. So I order the bacon and eggs pancake. Look how precisely the chef stacks each feathery pancake one by one like a true artist. And to top it off with their creamy homemade hollandaise-like sauce. And look at this masterpiece. Oh, we got the egg on top, 2 pieces of bacon. It's like sandwiched with all of this love, and there's another egg inside.
Jesus Christ. Oh, that's life-changing. That's life-changing. Wow.
Yeah, it's truly amazing. The first thing you taste is the creamy hollandaise sauce. You can definitely taste it's homemade. And then you get like that crunch of the bacon. Oh,
that's life-changing.
Just cooked perfectly. And then you get to the pancake, which is just so airy and fluffy. It just melts. It's like a marshmallow. But it's so much better than that. This is quite possibly the best pancakes I've ever had in my life. I can take like the biggest bites, but it's not heavy at all.
Oh my god.
I don't care. If you have to make a reservation to this place, definitely worth the wait. And Maiko ordered their most basic pancake.
Ah, that's boring.
So I got the honey and butter. It's like the most basic one. Super fluffy.
That's boring, come on.
I love the saltiness of the butter. And the honey, it's not too heavy. I think it's just a nice touch, even though I actually pour a lot. Yeah, it's really, really good. I wish this place would get so popular so I can come back more. Oh.
Wow.
Like, definitely after eating here, you'll understand why they have a reservation process, because each pancake takes a finite amount of time to make, and so you can't have too many customers coming in. You have to like make sure that you can make the pancakes and serve them properly on time and fresh to each customer. Definitely worth the wait. Alright, so that concludes my top 10 street food at Asakusa. If you guys found this video helpful, help me out and hit that like button. Also, tell me which area you guys want me to do my next street food video, because I'm always looking for new places.
So in the winter months in Japan, you can pretty much draw a line right down the middle of the country, separating the part which gets lots of snow and the other side which doesn't get that much. And today we're on the very, very snowy side, going to the town of Kitakata, a town which has the highest number of ramen shops per capita of anywhere in Japan. But we're not going to get to Kitakata until tomorrow, because it's quite a journey from Sendai over to North Fukushima, especially given the heavy snowfall. But I am joined by a man who is dressed in a jumper that looks like a bear suit or something. Looks like how many bears died for this jumper?
No, you don't really have to, to comment that, because you don't have any sense of fashion.
I don't have any sense of fashion.
Yeah, and you're kind of person that with a hole in the sock.
All right, I have a hole in the sock, but that's British fashion sense. Along our journey across the snowy north to enjoy a bowl of Kitakata ramen, we'll be stopping off at two nearby towns. Aizu Wakamatsu, a town nicknamed Samurai City, as it's home to one of Japan's top samurai schools. It's here we'll also be getting lost in a crazy looking temple inspired by no less than Leonardo da Vinci. And to catch a good night's sleep, we'll be dropping into a 200-year-old inn in Yonezawa before waking up early tomorrow morning to dive into our ramen. Not literally, that'd be awful. And as per usual, Ryotaro is being worryingly vague about his master plan.
We're going to do some combat training.
Combat training?
Combat training, yes. Combat training. Alright, so we're at the Nishinkan. That's one of the most famous dojos in the whole Japan, and this was the school that the young samurai used to go to.
Have you guys been here before?
Established in 1803, the Nishinkan School turned children into elite samurai warriors, including the legendary Byakutai Warriors, or White Tiger Force, a reserve unit of samurai aged between just 16 to 17 years old. I must say there's an epic sense of scale to the school. It does feel pretty grand and spectacular. You could get a sense that some pretty rich kids learn how to do some crazy things here with swords and knives.
A samurai? Oh, samurai?
Oh, move over Robin Hood. He's Robin Dickhead. Close. Steady. Steady.
No matter how many he tries, it's the same result. He just cannot hit the target. That's how you do it, Mike. So how many times have you tried, and then how many times are you going to...
It's not important. Winning isn't important, it's taking part that counts. Whatever happens now, I'm going to hit it, because if I miss, I'm going to use clever CGI film trickery to make it look like I hit it, and you won't be any the wiser.
With the flame and everything, right?
Ready? Oh, I hit it! That was a really good shot. Did you see that? The way it hit the bullseye? That was brilliant, wasn't it? Let's go and look at the temple. So this rather strange, bizarre-looking building behind me is called the Sazaido Temple. It's a Buddhist temple that was built in 1796, and it's the only one of its kind in the world to have the rather strange and crazy, wacky design that it's got inside it. Come and have a look at this. So the temple has a hexagonal design with two spiral staircases, one going up and one going down. It's pretty cool because you never actually meet people who are going up and down on the opposing staircase. They're completely divided. The idea being that as you're praying to the 33 gods that are in the temple, you're never getting it congested, you're never getting in the way of people going up or down. It's pretty smart design. Like, I've never seen anything quite like this. I've never seen so much thought being put into a temple's design.
Wait.
It feels a bit like a theme park ride because you can hear the footsteps on the opposing spiral above or below. You can't see anyone. It's fun. It's like a horror house or something. And speaking of horror, look, it's Euriece standing on the crossing over bridge. This is the bridge that leads you back down onto the other spiral.
So what? Leonardo da Vinci actually.
Leonardo da Vinci.
Yeah, he designed the this castle in France.
Right.
And they actually used exactly the same system that this temple is how it's built.
But how did it get to Japan? How did that happen?
Right. The design of the this castle in France somehow got to Akita and clan. Back then, Akita Prefecture, and the Lord actually had it, and the monk who actually built this temple actually saw the design, and he was like, oh, he got inspired by it.
He stole it.
And he stole the idea, and he actually built this place.
Wow. So from Leonardo da Vinci's pencil to the mountains of North Japan.
Exactly. That's how far it got reached, right?
That's what theft looks like.
See, it's smart. When you steal an idea, instead of calling it stealing, you call it inspired. You know, I got inspired by this idea. I didn't steal the idea. I got inspired by this idea. Certainly smart way to do it.
So I just walked around the back of the temple, and there's a monument here which it turns out was donated by Benito Mussolini in 1928. Mussolini was inspired by the story of the Byakutai samurai warriors, a group of about 20 16 to 17-year-olds who took their lives in a battle in the 1800s after believing their lord was dead. And after hearing the story, he donated this column from Pompeii, one of 3 columns that existed in Pompeii, to the town, and it still stands here today. It's pretty odd to think that's here. Especially with the inscription on the back, which reads, "Under the authority of ancient Rome, may this pillar stand as proof of the greatness of fascism for thousands of years." Now, fascism didn't last 1,000 years, it lasted about 10 minutes.
Wait,
but I can see what he was getting at by donating this. It's a testament to the loyalty of the warriors. There's also another one from Nazi Germany here. Probably won't put that one on camera, but it's amazing to think it's still here. You couldn't get things like that out of Pompeii now, given it's a World Heritage Site.
Wait! Is that type of history taught in Japan? Do they teach like fascism in like Japan, like how bad it was? Like schools and stuff? Yeah? Okay. I was about to say, like, that's the reason why they didn't.
So this is sauce katsudon, the local staple food of Aizu Wakamatsu. Katsudon is one of my favourite dishes, breaded pork on a bed of rice. Here in Aizu Wakamatsu, they take that wonderful dish and drench it in about a gallon of Worcester sauce. And look at the size and scale of this. Euriece ordered this for me. He's got like a normal human portion.
You call this normal, but in this restaurant, this is a mini sauce katsudon, and this is the ordinary normal katsudon.
It's like a bucket of food. You could feed half of Okinawa with this.
That's a UK size, isn't it?
Well,
American
size. Katsudon is one of my probably top 5 favourite Japanese dishes. It's a really great fast food, but the key to good katsudon is getting a nice crispy batter around it with the succulent juicy pork within. If you get that right, it's like biting into heaven. Mussolini would have loved it.
Si, buono.
This place looks so beautiful.
So we've just arrived at Shirabu Onsen, buried deep under a pile of snow. Call me Mr. Health and Safety, but the entrance is slightly terrifying. There are daggers of ice hanging overhead. That's right, daggers of ice. Very poetic, but a little bit scary, not gonna lie. Probably quite a good murder weapon, but I don't think that's a topic I should probably discuss right now. Let's go in.
fish used to be my father.
What?
He's been reincarnated into a fish.
What's happened? Ryotaro has drunk some alcohol for the first time in a while, and this is the kind of ridiculous dialogue we get. How do you actually eat this? What it is, it's just a fish.
Just bite, just get on it.
A fish on a stick.
Everything's on a stick in Japan.
Japanese food. most of the dishes here, the dishes we've got here are very eloquent, very nice, very well presented. And then there's just a fish on a stick. I'd love to be able to catch an actual fish like this. Just impale it on a stick, walk along a stream with a stick, and then.
No, it doesn't work like that.
No,
it wasn't. No, they didn't use stick to fish it. They used fishing rod to fish it.
You reckon?
Yeah.
But fish on a stick aside.
Enough for the fish.
This is the real star of the show. This is called imoni. It is the dish of Yamagata Prefecture. I used to have it all the time when I lived here.
And be careful when you talk about imoni to Yamagata people.
What do you mean?
I mean, if you say any bad things about imoni to Yamagata people, and they'll kill you. I'm serious, and they'll kill you.
Don't know if they take things that far, but they are certainly proud of their soup. They won't commit homicide or murder, but
it's soy sauce based soup with beef, tofu, and leek. Alright, so
correct
one
answer.
for you.
Gotcha.
Perfect dish on a cold winter's day. You've got the smell of the kind of the beef and the potato.
Guys, I'll make sure to.
And the onions drifting up from the soup.
Beautiful.
So this onsen, is ridiculously old. It's about 200 years old, and the entire building is made of wood. And I'm going to show you the onsen in a minute, because the onsen, it's nice. It feels less like a hot spring and more like just a waterfall that they've like harnessed or stolen. Can you steal a waterfall? Don't know, leave a comment below. And then the water actually flows out from the waterfall and out of the hot spring and just goes off into its own kind of stream and leaves the building. It's quite nice. It feels less like an onsen and more like you're just bathing in a natural waterfall or something. At the start of the new year, Shinto shrines and Buddhist temples across Japan burst into activity as families across the country queue up to pray for good luck in a custom known as Hatsumode. And Ryotaro is keen to start 2018 by grabbing some good fortune of his own.
So religion isn't the religion that maybe the Western people would think of in this country. It's more like custom.
More like a philosophy, a custom, right?
Exactly. So people come here to shrine to pray for good luck, but doesn't mean that you actually strongly believe in the religion itself. We don't really learn about the in-depth knowledge about the Shintoism anyway. So we just come here because it's a tradition.
I read that most Japanese people are atheists.
Yes, yeah, we are atheists. I think we just follow the custom. That's what it is. And I mean, obviously, many people think that there are gods, and that's why people come here, anyways. But yeah, we just the custom. Your family comes, your father comes, mother comes here, so you come too. That's what it is.
You hungry?
Yes.
Morning ramen?
Morning ramen, I'm ready for it.
What's it going to be? Chashu-men?
Chashu-men.
Shoyu?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Needs to be it.
So what is there?
I don't know about that.
So just walked into the ramen shop. Before I've even looked at the menu, we can smell the rich, overpowering scent of the salty, braised pork drifting across the room. The reason we chose this place, the reason Ryotaro chose this place, is he basically saw a really good photo of a giant bowl of ramen covered in pork. You couldn't even see the noodles.
No, underneath. Okay, there should be the noodles there. I couldn't see anything. It's just
covered in pork.
Covered in pork.
And it's called Niku Ramen on the menu. Niku Ramen, meat ramen, literally. With Kitakata, you've got an absurd amount of ramen shops to choose from. And so you're really at the mercy of good photos and good reviews. So that's what brought us here to this one. But I'm ridiculously hungry. We've been driving for 2 hours across the snowy plains of Fukushima and Yamagata to get here.
I was the one driving mine.
Yeah, but my snoring brought us here to this one. But I'm ridiculously hungry. We've been driving for 2 hours across the snowy plains of Fukushima and Yamagata to get here.
Nandatte. Nandatte? Nandatte? Datte. Nandatte.
I was the one driving mine.
Yeah, but my snoring kept you awake for the last 2 hours. Bloody hell, they weren't joking when they called it Niku Ramen. That was a shrewd move. There is a lot of meat.
See, I can't see the noodles.
I can't see any of the noodles whatsoever. Try the pork.
I like it.
I've nailed it. The meat is very good. You think with this amount of meat it wouldn't be very good quality, but very succulent, juicy, well done. It's not dry. Perfection. It's about 800 yen, so that's about the average price for a decent bowl of ramen with pork. That's reasonable given the amount of pork they've put in it. It's quite a light broth. It's not too thick, which is good in the morning. You don't really want a heavy broth. It'll knock you out. I heard Kitakata's noodles are supposed to be kind of curly or something.
Dude, that
Yeah,
looks
yes,
so good.
The noodle itself contains a lot of water. That's why it's getting curly and it's kind of, how do you say it? Curly.
Tried to film the guy preparing the ramen in the kitchen, but he wouldn't let us because he wanted to keep it a secret, because there's so many ramen shops in this area and they needed to keep their recipe kind of a secret, naturally, as you'd expect. And now we're off to a ramen shrine because Kitakata is very clever. They've worked out how to exploit the whole ramen thing and make a shrine out of it. I wonder where Ryotaro could be.
My father was fish, and I seem to be the ramen, whatever that is. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Your father was a fish, and now you're a ramen.
Yes,
I'm impressed you managed to fit in that bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you want to try?
No.
What do you mean?
No, that's why we brought you here, so I don't have to do demeaning. I don't have to do demeaning, ridiculous things.
So right here behind me is the pictures of ramens of the shops that Kitakata has.
Pictures of the ramens of the shops.
Yeah, picture of the ramen from the shops.
Ever the eloquent man.
Exactly.
Interesting thing about ramen is such a simple dish, right? Pork, noodles, broth, and yet look at the diversity here on this wall. Look at the sheer range in terms of diversity and appearance. So it's amazing, with one dish you can have so many different variations, and I guess for people living here it means you can always try something new. It's your new home. This is going to come back.
Get out my
house. This is going to come back and haunt you.
Get out of my house.
So what is this?
So unlike Uesigi Shrine, which is several hundred years old, this is 3 years old. Shrine, which is called a ramen shrine. And normally in the center of shrine, normally there's a god, right? That protects the shrine.
Naturally.
And what we see in there, you see it?
A bowl.
It's a ramen bowl. It is a ramen bowl, and this is a ramen bowl from this original ramen shop that actually opened up in Kitakata.
And kicked it all off.
Exactly, in the 1920s. It's quite old, isn't it? It's more than 100. It's close to 100 years old.
Older than you.
The history of Kitakata ramen goes back to 1925, when a Chinese immigrant called Ban Kin-se arrived in search of his grandfather, who was working in Fukushima. Unfortunately, he never found his grandfather, but to get by, Ban Kin-se set up a Chinese noodle stand according to his home recipe. The dish proved very popular, and soon many local shops began popping up to fulfill the demand of the hungry locals, with Kitakata's brand of noodles, chuka soba, literally Chinese noodles, becoming incredibly popular. And between the town's obsession with the dish and the unique noodles, the media discovered Kitakata ramen and exposed it to the nation, turning it into one of Japan's ramen capitals.
1, 2. Oh, he did it.
Made it.
What did you wish for?
So that I can come back here again and eat better ramen.
Better ramen?
Better ramen.
That's not very nice. He's saying the ramen we had earlier wasn't good.
No, it's good. It was really good. It's like even better ramen.
Even better though.
Yeah.
今、芋煮の悪口言ったよな。
We had an amazing time on our journey across the north to Kitakata, and whilst the ridiculous snow might have been a bit nightmarish at times, there's no denying it made the journey all the more beautiful. You can find the details of where we visited on our trip in the description box below. The whole region we travelled in is accessible from Sendai Airport if you plan on renting a car. If you are renting a car, the good news is the highway companies now
Alright. Much enjoyment in that. Right back. Obligatory packs, man. Dub.
Skimmed up and ready to burn.
Me ain't afraid of much, but losing, that would be a drag.
If you can't keep up, you're straight out of luck.
Introducing your champion.
Run fast, hit fast, win fast. Come by casa de otros.
Enough lambing around, we dropping.
Obligatory packs. Mochiron.
Target over there. Might be something good this way.
Attention. First blood.
First blood. Gotta be someone. Glad it's not one of us.
Peacekeep out here.
Round 1. Beginning ring countdown.
We're already in the ring. Got an extended energy mag here. Level 3.
Faster. Here. Level 3.
So is it Okota or Okote? If it's present.
Reloading. Charging shields. Come on.
That is fast, right? Nani?
Reloading. Down that one. Down another one. That was the last of them. Another squad fight for dust. Charging shields. Come on. Giving him the chimney. Charging on my shields. Give me a second. Recharging shield.
They're not getting back up from. Can't believe I'm standing still. You're lucky, I like it.
I gotcha. Come on, say hello. Just giving my shields a recharge.
Thanks. Good looking out. Give me a sec. Recharging shields. Healing. Watch my back.
Hells yeah, half the squads are toast.
If I did the math correctly, the
Kill leader.
crypto should be
Call
here.
him if you spot him.
Say one. We're all inside this ring.
The crypto.
Healing. Watch my back.
You hear that? There's a care package coming down.
My shield recharge.
Charging on my shield.
Jinko battery! I'm sorry, crypto. Kawaii desu ne. Demo, Oma wo taosu.
New kill leader appointed.
New kill leader. Go and watch out. Listen up, I'm calling a lifeline package in. Evo shield here. Shield set here. Extended heavy mag here. Level 3. Backpack here.
Thanks.
Level 3. Thank me when we win. You hear me?
Nani shiteru no? Oi. Yarou. Minna. So is it Oma wo kutaosu? Did you wash my hands? I grabbed food. I'm not washing my hands. Kutaosu.
Enemy over there.
Without. No, hold on. Omae. Omae. Omae wo taosu. Omae wo taosu.
Downed one. Reloading. Off the right. Taking fire. One down. No.
Bad. That is so bad.
Charging on my shields. You don't look so good. On my way.
Oh, thanks. That's that.
Reloading.
Ow!
Reloading.
Wait, this guy's cheating.
No bueno.
Dude, you gotta be kidding me, man.
Come on, compadre.
Dude, they call. Why? Why do I get cheaters in this game in bronze, man? Why do I have bronze in my... Why do I have cheaters in bronze?
Helmet here. Level 4.
It's not bad. This guy's cheating.
Optics here. Close range.
Nah, this guy's cheating. He's pre-firing me.
Evo shield here. Level 5.
This guy was pre-firing me. Like, this guy's a loser, man. Like, actually a loser, bro. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's that bad. We're not playing. Okay. It's just... Look at him. Like, look at this guy. Ah, I just wanna.
Might be something good this way. Hostile spotted.
If I just knew the guy was cheating, man. Pretty sure there's another cheater as well. Oh, he's turning it up. I think he turned it up. Yup, he did. He did. He upgraded his cheats. Pretty sure the other team is cheating as well. Alright, we're not playing, guys. We're not playing in Tokyo. Gonna be last.
Well, that's it.
Pointless.
It's 7 o'clock in the morning and we're at
They don't
Euriece
have
morning.
translations, man. Not all their videos has it. Where's Ora? Ora.
So in this video, I'm gonna take you on a crazy food tour at a Japanese horse race track.
Horse race.
So believe it or not, we are actually at a Japanese racetrack. Probably one of the least places you would think of doing a food tour. You'd be surprised at the amazing food you can come and get. I'm currently in Tokyo in the Fuchu area. It's about 30 to 40 minutes outside of central Tokyo, and it's just so easy to get to. And luckily JRA has invited us today, so that means I have all sorts of access to check out all the different food that they have here. So one thing I did want to mention is that they have a Japan Cup coming on November 24th. It's a big race here in Japan where a bunch of international horse racers are coming here to Japan. Although that sounds pretty exciting, I'm actually more excited to show you guys all the cool food they have here today. Let's get our food on! This Tokyo horse track is just a 2-minute walk from Fuchu Keibajo Seimon Mae Station. When you arrive, you just walk straight and it leads you to the main gate, and it's only 200 yen to get in, less than $2. Number 1. Karaage Don from Nanahiro. On the first floor of the Fuji View stand, you'll find a food court area where this spot is located. Nanahiro offers all kinds of Japanese food, but I'm going for one of my favorite foods of all, the coveted Karaage Don. You know I gotta throw this on, yo. Y'all know I love fried chicken, and you know this video wouldn't be complete if I didn't include my fried chicken spot. So what's nice about this spot is you can just get the fried chicken all by itself, like you can get it in a cup, but what's super nice is that you can actually get it on top of a rice bowl with some egg, some mayonnaise. You have a little bit of lettuce. It has kind of like a sweet and sour sauce on top of it. Oh, I just can't wait to take a bite. Look at that. That is the flavor we were looking for.
Life-changing?
Karaage, yeah. That is some nice fried chicken.
Wait,
this
what?
one is actually a nicer, the thinner skin. It's just easier to eat. The meat itself is quite tender, and it's just super easy to eat. I love at the track how you can get all this cool food. Even if I like lost $1 million today, I could have this and I'd be happy. I guess Maiko might be a little bit mad if I lost $1 million. She's laughing right now. I'm almost done with it, and I haven't shared it with Maiko yet. Let Maiko try this fried chicken.
It's all gone, man. I have 1 piece and a half. いただきます。Something started just now. I think it is breast meat, but it's super moist and it's marinated perfectly. I can't believe I'm I'm eating this like a fried chicken bowl in a horse racing place.
Number 2, O Ana Donut from Tokyo Cafe and Bakery. So this bakery is located on the 3rd floor of Fuji View Stand. They've got some delectable baked goodies, but today we're throwing down on their first place donut. Got it. So this is called the O Ana Donut, which kind of means in like Japanese, like loosely translated big win donut. It almost kind of looks like a racetrack. You can smell the fried goodness. It's actually like quite soft. It's almost kind of like a very mochi mochi. It's like quite moist aside from like the powdered sugar around it. Holy damn. I probably have, for this whole video, I'll have like food all over my face, just like right now. This O donut has given me that O face. Oh. It tastes very much like your regular, like kind of a Krispy Kreme donut. Like it's nice and moist and almost like very like chewy, like a very kind of doughy donut. But it tastes like it has layers of lovely sugar, kind of like a silky powdered sugar to it. It's really nice. So what's nice about this place is that they even have popular fast food joints. Like right there, there's Hanamaru Udon. They have a Tenya right here. And they even have Coco Curry right here. Number 3, Aburi Chashu Ramen from Ramen Saikai. This spot is a popular Nagasaki ramen shop in the Tama area. It's known for its light and smooth tonkotsu soup infused with a fish broth. Add some spicy sauce right there. So the horse track even has some ramen shops. Look at this. So I got this tonkotsu.
How do you make those eggs?
Based ramen. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has 5 pieces of luscious, juicy, super duper wet chashu. Smells so good. It has some green onions in there. It has some ginger. Added a nice
boiled. Yeah, okay. It's boiled, but like it's perfectly cooked to the point it's not all cooked.
Nice,
but it's cooked.
Juicy egg. The noodles itself are a little bit thin. Before we taste the ramen, let's just eat the chashu because why not? That is a nice piece of chashu. Usually sometimes you get chashu that's really fatty. This one actually has quite a lot of meat to it. It's very tender and soaks up all the ramen broth flavors. Now let's taste this ramen. Look at that. Yeah. Wow, that is an interesting flavor. So this is a tonkotsu ramen. So usually it's like thick, creamy pork flavor, but the taste is a little bit different. What they've done in this broth is they've actually added the ago dashi, which is kind of like a flying fish. It doesn't really taste like a fish broth itself, but by adding the ago dashi, it makes the pork flavor a little bit lighter. So it tastes like a very light tonkotsu broth, which is nice and quite interesting. That is such a unique flavor you don't get anywhere else. Winner, ago dinner.
Oishii! Wow, it's so unique. Wow, I really like it. Yeah, I don't taste any fish.
Yeah?
But it's still tonkotsu. And I think this green stuff is seaweed or like aosa seaweed. Wow, it's really good.
Nothing like spending the day at the horse track and eating to your heart's content. Wow, we've been eating so much food. I just want to take a little break and maybe check out some horses. Because you can apparently do that here. Now these are the horses that are more my speed. Look how small they are.
They look so sleepy.
Yeah. So cute. How does it feel?
He's warm. Oh, I like you. Kawaii.
You just bowed to the horse.
I'm Japanese, man.
Oh, look, and you can even ride horses here. I want to ride him instead. He looks so lonely. So this place also has a restaurant plaza. So let's go inside and see what food that they have inside. So there's a restaurant here called Umajo Spot that only women can go inside. So I guess if you're feeling a little uncomfortable and you don't want to be around all these sweaty, well, why do men have to be sweaty? Maybe men could be like properly suited and I'm sweating. So maybe, you know, if you want to just get away and just be with your own gender, then you can come here. I can't go inside. Let's move on. Number 4, Unaju from Ginza Kandagawa. This spot is a famous unagi restaurant in Tsukiji since 1870, and they decided to open up a shop at the racetrack. So if you place that winning bet, there's a good chance you'll end up here. We're here having some unagi. Look at this. So for those of you who don't know, this is a grilled eel, and the price here is actually fairly decent. Sometimes you'll go to some unagi places and it'll be like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 yen for the unagi. So this one, granted that it is a smaller piece, they actually have bigger sizes, it's actually pretty decent for about 1,400 yen. Oh, it has that sweet unagi smell. And I love how the rice has already been doused with some unagi juices. All right, look at that. That unagi is nice and soft, but yet the outside is still a bit crispy. You cannot get another texture like this. Wow. Taste the rice. And the rice here is actually done pretty well. The sauce itself is not as sweet as usual. It's a pretty light taste overall. Micah, you want to try?
Oh wow, I just cut the unagi and it's super soft. So good. It's really, really soft. There are different types of unagi, but this is like a soft kind of unagi. Soft, it melts in your mouth, it's juicy. Wow, it's good. I'm gonna totally finish it by myself. Your rice is so good, like rice is like almost juice. I can even like put it in my throat.
Who would have thought coming to the horse track race you can get all this awesome food? Eating quite a lot of food, so maybe just take a little walk around, see what's around this place, and then we'll hit the next food spot. Oh snap! They're in the middle of a race. Let's go check it out. Number 5, Gyu Suji Kasu Udon from Kasuya. It's a surprise, but we're in line because when you're in line, you know you're in line for that good. Gotta throw some of that fire. Alright, let's go find a seat. I've got a question. Who stole the fire? Dun 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 dun! I did! Udon! Are we gonna cut that? I thought we had something. So this is kasu udon. They have some freaking fresh udon noodles here, and they have gyu suji, which is, you can see all the fatty bits right there. It's a stomach lining. You can see in the actual broth itself, you can see all the oil. It means it's filled with flavor.
I don't know if they have a horse race here. Maybe.
Damn, that's a long udon.
That was the longest udon noodle ever. Well, you know, long noodles means long life, so I'm gonna have a long life. Wow, that's good. The meat's tender. It's a bit on the salty side. I'm a savory hound. I love the savoriness of all of the broth. It's actually really nice. If you're not having a ramen day, you don't feel like ramen, then this is kind of like a good alternative. I think it's like one of my favorites here at the horse track. So if you guys come here, then this is the bomb. Man, just looking around, everyone is just having such a good time here. You come here on like a Saturday or Sunday when the races are held, and it's just like a good old time. You can see people, they bring their families. I originally thought the racetrack was just a bunch of like men, but in fact you see a lot of families. Like, you know,
guys, you know what I'm wondering? How can you eat that much? I can eat a lot, but eating that much in the same day, like, how?
You don't even have to bet money here. You can just kind of hang out all day. And for those of you who want to get your drink on, there's a lot of alcohol flowing here as well. So if you want to just get your drinky drink on, hang out at the park, then this is the spot. Man, this place is great. They have so much stuff like a pepper lunch. They have First Kitchen. There's just so many different fast food and like restaurants here. It's amazing. So if you just want to chill and hang out and eat all day, it is definitely possible because there's just so many different food options. Number 6, mocha soft ice cream from Koichiro. Yeah, Michael got tired of eating all the food, so she got her own. We brought the fire, now we gotta bring the ice. This is their mocha flavor. I decided to go with their sprinkles on top, a little bit of choco on the side, and then some cornflakes in the bottom. After all of that savory food, it's nice to get something a little bit sweet and get that mocha in there. Oh, mocha-tastic. I was expecting something strong, but the mocha itself is pretty mellow and almost got like a coffee taste. And the soft cream is just like your plain old delicious soft cream. I don't think you can go wrong with soft cream. So this dessert is the most popular dessert in the track. We asked around, and apparently this is like the go-to for all of the big winners. So if you win, you get an ice cream and you get a mocha. If you lose, you still get a mocha, so everyone wins here in the horse track. And then let's dig deep. Oh my god, I just spilled everywhere. But look at this, I had to get some of those flaky flakes on there. That's delicious. That's an insane taste. Oh, I'm so full. That was so good. If you guys like this video, help me out. Hit that like button. Oh, and if you're coming here for the Japan Cup, they actually have some special events for overseas visitors. So definitely worth checking
Guys,
out.
I have a question.
They have special activities.
So, in the Japan Cup, do other countries join? How do they bring their horses? By ship?
In this video, I'm gonna show you guys my top 10 food spots in Kichijoji. Kichijoji is one of the most popular neighborhoods to live in Tokyo because of its easy commuter access, spaciousness, friendly crowds, and it's surrounded by multiple shotengais, major department stores, and my favorite, electronic stores. A seamless blend of old school and new school Tokyo makes this an ideal place to live. This is one of the most popular bed towns in Tokyo because it's super safe, it's clean, and it's just super convenient. Oh, and check out my
Is that even a word? Is new school even a word? Like, by the context he used it? New school? Old school, new school?
Tokyo merch! I just came from the station and now I'm in the Shotengai. And look, right above me, it's covered area so you won't get wet. And guess what? Maiko's here to join! Foodies, mount up! Number 1, Maru Menji Katsu from Sato. If you live in Tokyo, you've definitely heard of Sato in Kichijoji. Sato is a Wagyu beef specialty shop with their own steak restaurant on the second floor. They've got more beef than Nicki and Cardi B. And check out this long line of peeps all waiting for the succulent Menji Katsu made of premium Wagyu beef. Oh, if you want to try menu items other than Menji Katsu, you don't have to wait in line. But trust me, it's worth the wait. Look at this, a big ball of love. So heavy. You can tell it's just already so crispy and crunchy. Oh, just look at that juice.
That looks
good. Wow. Look how juicy you can see the onions in there.
That looks good.
Wow. Ah, that's so crispy and crunchy. You take out that first bite and you can feel all of the juices. It's just so tender. The meat is so nice. It's like a little bit sweet. I think it's because of the onions. I just love how meaty and hearty this is.
This is the famous Sato Menchikatsu. I've seen this so many times on TV shows and I always wanted to try it, so I'm so excited. Itadakimasu. Scrumptious! The meat juice is really sweet. The coating is really crumbly, like super crispy, so good.
Number 2, crepe from Circus. Circus is the most popular crepe spot in the area, but let's keep it 100. It kinda looks like a crack den, but despite the facade, these crepes got me jonesing. Oh, Circus. Circus is the most popular crepe spot in the area, but let's keep it 100. It kinda looks like a crack den, but
A what? A crack den?
despite the facade, these crepes got me jonesing. Oh, and if you're on that diet tip, they've got salad crepes.
Thank you for the prime.
Raspberry お願いします。
ラズベリー、生クリームラズベリー。それにアイストッピング。はい。
あれですか、ラムレーズンの方が美味しいですね。
そうですか。
まあ個人的な感想です。いや、アイスとなら合うかもしれない。
He recommends rum raisin, but today I'm gonna give that a hard pass, as I'm not a fan of anything rum flavored. Look how big this thing is. It's so heavy. And I got the ice cream topping for an extra 100 yen. What's nice about this place is it's a lot cheaper than your other crepe places that you might find in Harajuku or Shibuya. It's right under this like pachinko place that is so hard to find, but you gotta come.
Pachinko? Pachinkas?
I'm here early because there's such a long line. I think I waited about 30 minutes to get here because I think it's just like a great value. And what's funny is you can just get the butter crepe and it's 250 yen.
Bro, why is it so cheap? What the hell? Why is it so cheap? The most expensive one is 600 yen. 600 yen. 600 yen for the most expensive one. Pachinkas. Thank you for the 350.
It's like, it smells exactly like a fresh pancake. Wow. Cream.
Wait. What's new? What? What is that?
Malicious. I recommend getting the ice cream. It's an extra 100 yen, but it's so worth it. Look at that. Look at that vanilla ice cream in there. Ah, it's so good. The crepe is a little bit sweet, but also is a little bit salty, which is really nice. It goes really well with ice cream.
I've never asked you this before. Now that I think about it, I have never asked my Japanese community this. Okay? Everyone.
"皆さん、いちごを塩につけて食べたことはありますか?"
No? You guys gotta try it. Dipping strawberries into salt. Oishi! It's so good. Try it. No, try it. There's a saying. There's a saying.
"やってみないとわからないという言葉があります."
Try it. It's really good. It's really good. I'm being serious. I'm not even trolling you guys. Dipping strawberries into salt is so good. It's really good.
3. Taiyaki and dango from Amane. Just across from the station, you'll come across Harmonica Yokocho, a unique back alley and skinny bar area. Check out these old skates!
It's gonna fall off.
Dude, it looks super dangerous. So much to cover here that I'll have to leave it for a future video. But nestled inside of this Yokocho, you'll find this small wagashi shop.
What's even better? If the strawberry is really sweet, it makes it so much better. So much better.
It's in the shape of a fish and it's so fresh, it's like still warm. This is called hane, which is like the outer layering. It's almost like a waffle cone. They usually cut it out and so you don't actually have this, but this place like has their own way and they actually don't cut it out, so it feels like a little more homemade or like original. Oh, look at that. Look at that anko. As you guys know, like I'm not the biggest fan of anko, but it has to be on the top 10 because so many of you guys love it. Again, it's actually fairly sweet and good. Not my favorite. Like maybe you'll get Maiko to comment on this because she likes this kind of stuff more than I do.
Itadakimasu. So this is tubuan. They leave that bean, red bean.
Maiko. Nani shiteru no? Maiko. Why are you eating the head? Oh no. I thought women are supposed to eat the fin first. Bad. She said it herself. She said it herself. You're supposed to eat the fin if you're a woman. I didn't say it. She said it. She said it. I didn't say it.
In there, like koshians, like they just make it completely smooth. So let's see. This is good. Usually taiyaki has like the fluffy bread, but really crispy outside. It's like you're eating light waffle with red bean. Yeah, it's not that sweet, so like I can just keep eating.
It's dango. So this place is famous for this taiyaki, but it has so many different options like dango and warabi mochi. This is mitareshi dango. It's like a sweet sugar soy sauce layer on the mochi. I actually like this a lot better than the taiyaki. I just like the sweetness, the sauce on top of it. Mochi could be just like a little bit softer, but overall it's like still pretty good.
I love dango. Oh. This is what I actually like. There are many types of mochi. Pao likes really soft, smooth, silky one. I actually like koshi no aru. It's hard to explain, but like it's chewy, but it's good chewy. Like this is one of those, I guess. You can tell like how it stretches.
Number 4, Bukake Bento from Carnival. Haha, I still can't say it without smiling. It looks like an ordinary grocery, but the deli here is dope. You can order by the gram, or for the best deal, throw down on the Bukake bowl. Ha! Where did I just go? I just went to the carnival. For less than 500 yen, you get to choose 3 different toppings. That's why they call it Bukake Bento, because Bukake means to put on top. And it's actually legal for me to say it. Bukake, 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 Bukake. So this is the stroganoff. You have Euriece chicken, which is like a Chinese fried chicken, mabu harasame, which is also Chinese. Sometimes you just want a full meal, you want it to go, and you can't really find a place. Carnival is your spot.
Bilis
The
yung
stroganoff is like sweet. It's a little bit sour, but it's not strong at all, which is really nice. Pairs really nice with the rice. What street food video would this be without fried chicken? Look at that. Ah, that's some good fried chicken. Look at that. Still moist, still tender, and it's a little bit garlicky, which is nice. I got this one for the first time because Micah wanted to get it. Not really my favorite. The stroganoff is always good. The Euriece is always good. Moist.
Look
Still
at his face when he's like, because Micah wanted to get it.
Tender, and it's a little bit garlicky, which is nice. Got this one for the first time because Micah wanted to get it. Not really my favorite. The stroganoff is always good. The Euriece is always good. Let's try this one for the first time. If you guys might like it. It's a little bit spicy, and you taste like a lot of like flavors of veggies, but I think the garlic or something is really, onions are really strong. It's not really my favorite, but definitely Euriece stroganoff. Number 5, Saku Saku Maple Shoe. Maple House is a cream puff takeout shop, very popular in Kanazawa. This is one of the few shops in Tokyo where you can try their insanely silky smooth cream puff. And I'm always down for service with a smile. Look, you can see the hole that they just filled up the cream, and it's freshly filled. Wow, that's so creamy. And the bread is super nice. It has this like layer of sugar around it. But it also has like a hint of cinnamon. Just puts a smile on my face.
すごい香ばしい匂いする。いただきます。Oh, no, since the color is white, I thought it was gonna be like vanilla taste, but it's actually like cream, like straight up cream. It's pretty good.
Number 6, fish cakes from Tsukada Suisan. This award-winning fish cake store is just a few steps away from Sato. For more than 70 years, Tsukada Suisan has been serving handmade, preservative-free satsumage and oden. This is one of the most famous oden spots in Kichijoji. So I got their most popular item, which is the tamanegi. Look at this. This is actually super heavy. In fact, like really oily. Look at that. What I love about oden is, you get it in a soup usually, but you can eat it just as is because it's super delicious. Rip that apart for you guys. Look at the fresh onions in there.
Yo.
Wow. They're just big slices of onion.
Yo! That looks good.
This is a very flavorful fish cake. I believe it's marinated with some sort of sauce. And what's nice about this place in general is that there's like so many different types of oden. They had like wieners, they had cheese. But wow, this is their most popular, and I can see why. Like right here, like it's like almost feels like you're eating a piece of fish. Delicious. Number 7, udon takeout from Ibuki Udon. You can find this hidden udon spot right under the train bridge. It's a standing style udon shop which is uber popular among business salarymen. Wow, look at that, udon to go. This is so cool. Where else can you get udon to go? And what's nice is you can actually choose whether you want the soup cold or hot. I got it cold because it's kind of a hot day today. There's different kinds. You can actually get the kake, which is just like plain old udon, and it only costs 300 yen. And there's actually a bukake don too if you guys want. But this is sanuki udon. You can tell by the noodles. Oh, I asked them to add the onions as well.
That's what's bukake.
It's so refreshing. And the soup has like this little bitterness, so it almost seems like they may have used like a burnt fish to make the dashi. Here's the ebitan part. They actually separate it. So you get 2 pieces of ebi. Look at that ebi.
Can I search it on stream? No.
And you also get kabocha, which is pumpkin. That's cool. I'm not really that fan of pumpkin, so if you guys were here, I'd just give it to you. Crunchy, crispy, so delicious. Well, actually, you're actually supposed to mix it in with the udon like that and eat it with this. Get some of that dashi in there. Mouth watering. Number 8. Jumbo Gyoza from Ichien. If you're craving a good bowl of traditional ramen and gyoza, Ichien is the spot. But make sure to try their Jumbo Gyoza, which is 3 times bigger than normal. That's what she said. This is like the most popular dish on their menu. Look at the size of this thing compared to my GoPro. It's so much bigger than my GoPro. It's amazing how big this gyoza is. Oh, and it's just like so dripping right now. The moisture is dripping. It's so succulent. And the skin right here is like really soft. It's almost like it's been steamed. But then the outer shell right here has been like crispy fried, and it's super delicious. And the actual meat itself, you can see it's really oniony, and you can like taste like the green leeks and the onions. This is such a hearty meal. Yeah, this place is so crazy. There's like a coffee shop right behind me, and then they have like a little gallery here. It's like little stores, like a little shopping mall kind of thing. But it's like so freaking random that it's awesome. Number 9, quiche from Break Time. Break Time is a pie and quiche shop. I threw down on the large size quiche, but they also offer small bite-sized ones too. Just got my quiche. So a lot of people don't know about this place, but it's an awesome quiche place. It's actually kind of hard to find a quiche store in Japan, so this is why it's one of my favorite places in this area. Now I got the kinoko and bacon, but they also had some like salmon and cheese, seasonal ones. There was just like so many different types. It's freaking amazing. That it looks so good. They use a fermented butter here, which gives it its own unique flavor. Very different than regular butter. It's so crumbly. Look at that. You can see like the bits of bacon, and then there's a kinoko on top. On the sides, how fluffy. It's like a fluffy pastry right there. And you can smell the butter. Oh, simply heaven. I love how like crumbly like the pastry is. It's like soft and light. It's very airy. It's kind of like all mushy inside. The mushrooms are really marinated, so it also has like this really nice flavor. It's like a very solid treat. I love it. And number 10, Iseya's Yakitori. This retro yakitori shop has been a local favorite for more than 80 years. They also have a sukiyaki shop downstairs. So this is the last place. This is one of the best yakitori places in Kichijochi. There's actually a standing section outside, but you can only have one person in your group. That's why Maiko and I are up here on the second floor. You can sit on the first floor, but we decided to go up to the second floor because it's less smoky. And cheers, guys. Thanks for sticking with us. Bye. Man, we went to all these different cool places. It was just nice to end with a beer. And look, they even have an English menu. Like this place has a lot of yakitori, but in fact it actually has a lot of pork skewers as well.
Guys, there is no place that I know of, at least. There is no place in Canada that I know of that has skewers. Like, they don't have... Like, that looks so good. Like...
Well, let's try the skune. You can really taste the charcoal in the food. It's really delicious. We got so many, I can't go through all of them, but so this is tan, which is pork tongue. Just so meaty. Man, I love this yakitori. It's so good. Alright, so that concludes my top 10 street foods in Kichijochi. If you like this video,